Hey guys, my name's Abby. I'm one of the leaders at Pursuit Youth. I help lead the grade 11 to 12 girls. I took a quick break for a few months, so if you're new, I might not know you, but I just took a quick break for school and practicum. But I'm back and I'm so excited to be back, and I'm really excited to share the word with you guys. I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to kind of show you and kind of tell you how doing devotions has changed my life personally in like a radical way, and I wanted to expose myself real quick and show you guys something. These are all of my devotions from 2013 until now. Yeah, you're probably like, what is wrong with this person? But these are all of, for the better part, a lot of my thoughts and prayers and struggles and victories and things like that. And I wanted to show you guys that because we just had camp, and I think that a lot of the times when we go to these events and camps and conferences that we can be on this like spiritual high, and then we kind of go home and we're like, where did that fire for God go? And I've been there. I've been to so many camps, conferences, whatever, you name it, more than I can count. And you know, God has met me there in a real way. It's been, going to these events has been a foundation to my faith. But you know what? The best, deepest, most intimate moments I've had with God, the most life-changing moments I've had with God, have actually been right here in this room, writing in these things, reading his word, kneeling beside my bed or sitting on it. Those have been the most life-changing moments for me, and I want to encourage you guys in that and say that seek him. Like, he so loves it when we seek him. You know, I was actually reading my devotions in my journals since till like 2 a.m. last night because I just couldn't stop because I was laughing at myself. And one of the things that I wrote down was a sermon from, like, some notes on a sermon from Francis Chan, and I thought it would be good to share because I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good. But imagine this. Imagine if I showed up to your house every day and I gave you $1,440, okay? And then all I ask is I want you to take $20 of that and buy me something every single day. So every day you'll get $1,440. And all you have to do is take 20, buy me something. If you remember. Do you think you'd remember to buy me something? Like, I think we can all say, obviously, we'd remember to give back to the one who's giving us all this money. But where I'm going with this in relation to devotions is God gives us 1,440 minutes every single day. And can we take 20, 10, 15? Can we take a portion of that time to adore and soak in the presence and to thank the one who gives us our every breath, our every day, every minute? But yeah, I hope that encourages you guys. And I wanted to get into the word real quick. On New Year's Eve, I asked God if he would give me like a word or passage of scripture for the next year. And immediately this verse popped into my mind. It says this. It's 2 Timothy 2, verse 20 to 22. It says, in a large house, there are articles not only of gold and silver, but also of wood and clay. Some are for special purposes, and some for common use. Those who cleanse themselves from the latter will be instruments for special purposes, made holy, useful to the master, and prepared to do any good work. Therefore, flee the evil desires of youth, and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. And the rest of the chapter is really good. I encourage you guys to read it. But what I want to do is actually I was going through my journals, and I saw that I wrote a devotion called Common Use versus Special Purpose. And it actually relates to this verse. And I wanted to read it to you guys kind of as my devotion. And it says this. It says, I love verse 20 to 21 about special purpose versus common use. And I think it's easy to see ourselves as common. By the way, this is from March 29, 2018. I don't know if you can see it. But God has called us for a special purpose. And here's the thing. We can't expect to have a special purpose if we live a common or normal life, like a life of those around us. Even some Christians who don't seek God daily and don't pray boldly and daily and selflessly, and who don't serve. And I said, God, forgive me for rejecting this special purpose in my life, or for living a life like the world, yet expecting to have that special purpose. My one prayer in life, God, is I don't want to reach the end of my life knowing I didn't reach the potential and special purpose you called me to have. Not money or material things, but spiritually. Give me a gentle spirit, a selfless heart, discernment, wisdom, and let me be aware of your presence. Remind me that in order to live a life of special purpose, it starts every day in your presence, listening to you, just as you said in chapter 2, verse 4. No one serving a soldier gets entangled in civilian affairs, but rather tries to please his commanding officer. Yet, God, I've tried to please you without even taking the time to listen to your instructions in the morning, and I believe that this verse also means we should have a heaven-focused mind, keeping eternity in mind. And I said a couple other things. Yeah, so this verse, I hope it encourages you guys. I hope this devotion encouraged you guys. I think that we don't have to go far to see that our generation, our youth, we have a passion and a fire to do what's right, to be used for a special purpose. Just go on Instagram and see people are on fire and have a love for other people who are hurting and have a heart for justice. And my encouragement is, if you want to be used for a special purpose, God says it starts with seeking him and separating yourself from the world. Special purpose versus common use. And I want to talk about the word purity and how a lot of the times it takes just like a heart that says that you're willing to be used by God and that you don't want to do things that hurt his heart. That's why it says pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace. And it talks about that in relation to cleansing yourself so that you're not just used for a common purpose, but for a special purpose. I also wanted to say, if you guys have any prayer requests or anything like that, your leaders are here for you. We love you. One of these journals here, this is my prayer journal. And I write the name of people that I'm praying for, and then 1 or 2 pages of a prayer. And then when it's answered, I do a big check mark. I write answered and I write the date. And you know, a lot of you guys, a lot of your names are in this book. And what you guys don't know is a lot of them have checks and it says answered and there's a date. The Bible says be watchful and thankful. This is just, now I'm going on a tangent. Like always be prayerful, being like watchful and thankful. I don't know, I'm butchering the verse. But the point is, like, we have to keep track of the things God's doing in our lives, and we have to be aware of the prayers that he's answering, so that we can thank him. And I hope this was an encouragement to you guys. Seek him. There's nothing better than his presence and just being in step with him. I love you guys, and I just pray that you guys have a great week, and we're praying for you guys and encouraging you guys. Yeah.